our bugs and our eels, they love clean water and they also like clear water. Clear water, cool, ka pai. So what kind of things might be dirtying the water in our lakes and our rivers?
Poo.
Poo, that's a really good answer, Georgia. All right, so you're going to look through it. Georgia, you're going to move the magnet and you say stop when you can't see it anymore. It's awesome to see that spark in all of the kids having an interest in the environment. What is this animal?
Tuna.
Tuna. Because I think it's really important, especially water, because we all rely on water. Tuna heke. Tuna heke.
I just love the thought of
regenerating, renewing, rebirthing whenua too.
We may not be able to fix the problem by ourselves, but we can be the start of the solution when conservation's given an opportunity.
With the environmental issues we're facing, you're never going to feel like you're doing enough.
It's never too late to change the game.
It's not about the doom and gloom, it's about taking care of te taiao.
Now a new generation of kaitiaki take up the challenge of protecting and restoring our natural environment.
Yeah, I grew up here in the Wairarapa and me and my cousins hanging out in the rivers were just something that we did. It was that point in time where I was like, man, yeah, I could really do this for a living and a job. I am Karikini and I work for Mountains to Sea Wellington. I work for Rangitani o Wairarapa and I am an honorary fisheries officer and I am a mother. This is going to be your chair. That's me. Yeah, Wairarapa moana was recently given Ramsar status, so it's internationally recognised as being an important habitat in terms of wetland ecosystem. Wetlands are kind of like the kidneys of your tinana, a place for water to be cleansed before it goes out into the ocean, which is really interesting because now it's only down to 3% and it's not really nationally recognised. It had to be recognised by an international status. Whakataka te hau ki te uru, whakataka te hau ki te tonga, kia mā kina ki uta, kia mā taratara ki tai, e hia ki ana te atakura, he tio, he huka, he hauhu, tihei mauriora. Okay. The mauri of the place isn't what it once was. And yeah, sometimes when I'm out there setting my traps, I'm like, wow, I wonder what this would have looked like if it was untouched, what kind of things I could find. Boo! Hello! Can you pass me one of the pigs in the pig box? Oh yeah, that's good. And there's going to be a bit of rain. The direction is going to be good for the trap. All right, let's go. Oh no, you found the other lollipop in the car.
I do.
You found a lollipop. Silly. Okay, hop in the car. And we'll come back tomorrow and there'll be eels. Okay, let's go. They see me rolling. They're hating. They're trying to catch me riding soda. So I'm the first Wairarapa freshwater coordinator who is based here. Oh, hi Nadia.
Hi, Cara.
How's it going? We support community catchment groups with monitoring their freshwater quality, as well as helping them to design their restoration plans or finding funding for them to be able to do those types of things. Yeah, so these are like rushes and they're really good in wetland ecosystems. Nice. The weeds grew fast, man.
Yeah, cool. All right.
Do you need it? Yeah. So what are you measuring?
E. coli, phosphates.
Oh, sweet. Oh, so you're sending it to the lab?
Yep. And the water?
Yeah. Main thing about my job is networking.
Oh no.
I'm falling. I'm falling. Because it's quite isolating as the only coordinator here in the Wairarapa. Having an outreach of people who work in my realm has been really awesome. You've done a really good job maintaining this area, Sam.
Well, not just me. Probably 20% of it is planting, but the rest of it is getting the community involved. Otherwise, what are we doing it for?
Yeah, for sure.
Anyway, I'm going to put this cardboard down.
Yep.
Bring it over when you're finished.
Jeez, I'm making slow progress on this. So we're just using this cardboard as kind of like a weed mat. A weed mat, that's for free.
Yeah.
And
using the resources that we can get from the community.
Yeah.
It's just cool. My kids make huts through here and hang out. You know, they started off quite small plants. They'll be over everyone's head by the time those kids finish school. They own that, you know. This is now their place. It's pretty special. I don't know if the town actually knows how special it is. The Waipoa and all of those tributaries, they all feed into Wairarapa moana. So any work that we do here is working for our moana.
When I talk about Wairarapa moana, I mean the Ruamahanga River, Lake Onoke and Lake Wairarapa, because we view it as one entity. Naturally, 6 months during the year, they all connect and merge together. So that was before human impact and diversion and barrage gates and all of that kind of stuff. When I had finished my marine biology diploma, I got my biological science degree through Waikato University. I was connected to a professor in zoology down in University of Otago, and he was working with eels. And I'm really quite familiar with eels and was really excited to do my postgrad studies there. Who remembers what tuna heke means? Can everyone say eel migration?
Eel migration.
Cool. So when I say tuna heke, you have to run past. So scientists don't even know what the signal is for the eels to go out to the ocean because no one can really close this life cycle at this point in time. So you guys got to get past some gates. There's called a barrage gates that come down. Tuna heke, go! Longfin eel make that journey all the way to the Pacific, and their babies only come to Aotearoa and nowhere else. I just find that wild. Like when I come across a really big longfin eel, I wonder if my family who have come before me have met this particular eel before. And I'm very proud to be one of their descendants and kind of come back home to the Wairarapa to learn of our traditional mātauranga Māori and join that with my science background, because I found that there was really a huge disconnect. Being that bridge between science and te ao Māori would be really, I feel, soul-fulfilling for me. We're here at the barrage gates that are sometimes closed, especially when we're getting ready for the eel migration. This is really the only entry and exit point for our migratory fish coming in and out of Lake Wairarapa. There's a fish passage here, but it's not effective because it's above the tidal line, so it's usually not wet, especially during the tuna heke. There were stories of when the tuna heke would happen that it would sound like a huge storm outside because you can just hear all the eels go out to towards the ocean, which is a sound that I'll never be able to hear, and that makes me sad. We're going to go in the car and then we can get some dinner and then we can visit the skate park, okay? So when I was pregnant with Benji, I had this yearning of learning more about te ao Māori. We're all finished now. Here in the Wairarapa, the two rivers meet. That's where Usually we would give birth in the rivers. That wasn't a reality for me. That wasn't possible because of the quality of the water.
It's a bit deeper than usual.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a little bit of a island. On a tangaroa moon like this, I would expect the catch to be a little bit more. Oh, you still got a few though? Yeah. Cool. That much. Yeah. Cool. So that one's a long fin. Joe Putangaroa is a wealth of knowledge. He knows so much about Te Ao Māori as well as our tuna.
The little white dots in between her eyes and in front of her mouth.
Yeah.
Acts like a radar.
Cool.
Yeah, so they're sensitive to movement and things.
Mm.
Lovely velvety skin.
He's spent years and years here in the Wairarapa exploring with our kaumatua who have passed. Do you want to do some releasing? Meeting him, I was kind of a little bit of a fan because I really like the things that he wrote about the tuna. And I've had his resource with me since doing my marine biology diploma.
When they, if they do go for a wander over land, that's when they can produce the slime.
Yeah.
And it protects their skin and acts as a barrier.
The conversation that I have quite a bit, like, well, what's the point in doing all of this work? Well, it's all just gonna, go to shit anyway, apparently. It's not about the doom and gloom, it's about taking care of your grandparents, I guess. It's about taking care of your family, and we view Te Taiao or our nature as family. All good. If we get as many people working on what is important, and to me, water is the most important at the moment. This way, bro. Here we go. Then we can actually be hopeful for the future. Cool. I don't have an answer. I don't really have advice, except for just go outside and explore your own backyard. Because the more you learn, the more you know. The more you know, the more you want to be a kaitiaki.
Definitely another time. Well, that's quite a big impact, eh?
Yeah.